Bookbinder asked. No, the Apache replied. A horse. Without a rider. This Mescalero is good, MacKinnon thought to himself. Real good. But everyone in New Mexico territory, or anyone who had picked up one of those half-dime novels, knows that. Bookbinder offered a theory. So one horse now carries 2 riders? MacKinnon had to breathe in deeply. Tears welled in his eyes as the ribs on his right side sent pain rippling up and down his side. No, the scout answered the lawman. So what are you telling me? Bookbinder demanded. I'm not telling you a damn thing, the Apache said. Except this. A little blood on rock and pine needles up here. One horse goes this way, without a rider. 4 horses go that way, carrying no extra weight. They stopped here, cinched up, rested, reloaded. Horses pranced around, dropped some apples, emptied their bladders. A lot of rocks and dirt went falling down. There. This is it, MacKinnon's fists clenched. All right, Nikita, Bookbinder said. Spill it, but be quick. MacKinnon started thinking about how he should play his hand when the posse found him. Man dismounts to tighten his cinch, Nikita said. Gets hit. Falls down the ridge, horse bolts that way. Other 4 ride off. Why? Sign rarely tells why. They split up, the one named Mort offered. Maybe that hombre took the money. How can you tell all that? Davis asked. I don't see nothing but pine cones, dirt, rocks, and horse apples. Shut up, Bookbinder said. The lawman had to be thinking now, and probably staring down the ridge, maybe looking right at the boulder MacKinnon hid behind. He did not move. He tried to breathe as lightly as he could, ignoring the ants crawling over his face, drawn by the blood seeping from his head. So, one of the robbers hit this fellow while he was adjusting his saddle. Sent him rolling down the ridge. Double cross. Something like that, Nikita? Maybe so. Could that man have caught up his horse? Doubled back? Quien sabe? I'd have to go down and look. Nelson Bookbinder swore a little harder this time. Mort's voice, not Nelson Bookbinder's, bounced off the pine trees in the mountains. Those robbers taking us for thousands of dollars and... You don't know what the Sam Hill you're talking about, Mort, Bookbinder said. $1,000, my arse. But that fellow could have rid off with the money they stole, Davis suggested. Figure we'd ride after the others, and without money we couldn't prove they'd done nothing. That's right, Mort said. They wore wheat sacks over their heads. Nobody saw no brands on the horses or nothing. Happened too fast. Now, the old law dog filled his ancient lungs with oxygen, exhaled, and the saddle creaked underneath him. MacKinnon heard all of that from his hiding place. Soon they would find him, unless they were blind. And nobody ever called Nikita or Bookbinder blind. You boys need to shut up, Bookbinder said. One of those boys is down there. He can hear everything you're saying. Well, Mort stopped. Davis didn't. Then he can hear you too, Sheriff, and he can even hear that Apache. I want him to hear me, you fool, Bookbinder thundered. Hey, down there! His voice echoed. MacKinnon tasted sweat and blood. This is Nelson Bookbinder. The name bounced off the mountains. Sheriff of Lincoln County. If you're smart, you'll give yourself up. It'll go easier on you. You don't want to make me madder. I'm already mad. The echoes faded, and the lawman spit and called out, Think straight, you idiot! Give up! A man doesn't think straight when he's broke and hungry. That's what MacKinnon tried to tell himself, and had been trying to tell himself since this morning. He wondered how Nelson Bookbinder would react to such an excuse. Not that the men from Bonito City would give him any chance to talk. No, they'd just shoot him dead. But that, MacKinnon thought, would be more merciful than stringing him up in one of these tall pines that had not been struck by lightning, that had not fallen near a big boulder and had not become rotted and infested with bugs. MacKinnon kept his head down. He did not look up toward the ridge, toward Nelson Bookbinder and that Apache scout. Not that MacKinnon could see above the boulder anyway. Looking up could get a man killed. If he looked up, he would have to lift his head, and that Mescalero probably could see through granite. He certainly could hear anything out of the ordinary. 4 men. MacKinnon